Did you f a relative of mine?
You have great eyebrows and they look familiar. That's all I'll say.
No, I'm gonna be getting DMs from like young girls that are like, don't touch him.
No, I think you're gonna be just fine.
Yeah.
Maybe the gays. The gays might DM you.
The gays.
Welcome to 2 Ways About It art class. I'm your art instructor, B, and we'll be painting with Matt and Eliza. We're gonna be drawing freehand today. We're getting creative. There is no right or wrong way.
Oh, there's a wrong way.
If you make me look like the Mask, I'm gonna be very upset.
Animated, pronounced.
An easy way to start drawing a face is just by drawing a circle or an oval very lightly.
Try not to draw both of my breasts. Just do the one, keep
I
it
didn't even
round.
notice you had two, to be honest.
Then we'll make
He
lines.
doesn't have an oval face. Like, there's a very pronounced jaw.
You're already an egg. Don't
It's
even
not
worry
an-
about
it's not an
it.
oval.
Whatever shape you think it is.
It's a cut jam.
This is already offensive.
No, this is good.
All right, and then after you guys draw the shape of the face, whatever you think it is, just draw a line straight down the middle.
Can I flip mine? Because actually, I feel like it would look better.
Whatever you
Upside
think.
down. is
Yeah.
my favorite.
This is your thing.
I am trying to make you look gorgeous, and I think I'm gonna end up hurting your feelings. And the intention was to, like a Michelangelo-esque David.
You were gonna carve me out of marble?
I was trying, they didn't have the budget for it.
So, quick funny, not really that funny story. You were the first comedian that I ever met when I visited LA for the first time outside the Comedy Store. I was with Eric Griffin.
Yeah.
He was like showing me around LA for just my visit. He took me to the Comedy Store and you were out on the back patio and I was obsessed with your Comedy Central half hour.
Oh my God.
At that time.
Thank
And I
you.
saw you were the first person I recognized. Kirk Fox was second.
Take that, Kirk, if you're watching.
Suck it, Kirk.
And I remember that. And then you moved to LA.
I did. I moved here when I graduated high school early when I was 17. So I started stand-up when I was 15. So this is my 13th year doing stand-up. How long have you been doing it?
I've been doing it, it's almost 20 years, but I still think it's like 18 or 19 years.
Oh my God.
I started comedy in Los Angeles, even though I'm not from here. After college, I moved to LA and I hit the ground running at like 21. So I'm like an LA raised comedian. And so I think the hallmark of a career in LA is like when you remember venues that are all now like CVS's. Like I just drive down Melrose and I'm like, oh, I did drugs in there and did a show. And that laundromat, they used to run an open mic and you start to sound old because you're like,
Because
"That
nothing's
used to
there
be-"
anymore?
Nope, and none of your friends, none of the people that you started, most of the people you started with are not still doing it. So I have very few people like touchstones to call and be like, do you remember Masker's Cabaret on 3rd? But when you start, like, nobody wants you and nobody's gonna pay you, so I have to go to like Santa Barbara to get 20 minutes and like chicken fingers on a work night.
Oh yeah.
Did you start here?
No, thank God. No, I started at the Columbus Funny Bone.
Because you're from Ohio. That's right.
Yeah, I was living with my grandpa at the time and he lived probably like 15 minutes from there. And I found out, I was like, I had just turned 15 and I had heard about what an open mic was. Apparently that's where, performers go to like try for the first time.
And you could get in?
So I had to email Dave Stroop, the owner of the whole club series. And I was like, hey, I know it's like a strict 21 and up and everything, but if I had like a parent or a chaperone with me, like, could I come do
I
it?
had my grandpa with me.
And he came. I couldn't believe he said yes. Any club owner, if I was a club owner, I'd say, why would I risk my liquor license, which is, all of a comedy club's money. What am I supposed to be continuing to draw, by the way?
On the top line, the top horizontal line, that's where the eyebrows go. So whatever shape the eyebrows are, just draw a light line.
I'm already up because I'm just doing your general shapes and your eyes are not this round. So I'll fix it in the paint. I'll fix it in the
That's
paint.
supposed to
This is
mean.
just
I'll
the
fix it in
socket.
paint. You have.
Matt, I haven't had you stare this much at me since I did your low-key outside backyard shows.
That's not true. I have your Instagram.
I'm gonna leave this here for you guys
Thank you.
to work on.
Were you drawing Matt or
I don't know.
a man in drag? Like,
We're gonna go with the man in drag.
Tell me the difference.
Yep.
can I see your hair?
So yeah, like I had hair right now, but.
I feel like every few years in comedy, there's like a comic who like, I hate to say changes the game, but like Dane Cook was like the first internet comic, right? Like the MySpace comic. And then what you did with TikTok, like, I guess I've always meant to ask you that, but I never like got up the courage to text you. Like, was it just like, I'm gonna film myself and then you just clicked into something? Was there more thought behind it?
It was a total accident. I hate social media more than anything in
loves
the
you.
entire world.
It loves to hate you.
Depends on who you ask,
Yeah.
yeah. Depends on whose page you're on. I don't know, I kind of assumed I'd have success just because it's, that's like my generation's thing. Everyone's a streamer, everyone's a YouTuber.
How old are you?
I'm 28.
19, oh, 28,
Yeah.
wow, okay.
So I never wanted to do it, but around late summer, early fall of 2022, I wanted to quit comedy. I wasn't getting any spots around LA. I was struggling to get a one-nighter anywhere in the country. It's like I had no money. But I was like, before I do that, I don't really have anything to lose. I was like, let me just try posting some old clips of mine. And I just created an account, and a couple of them did like, a couple 100,000 views, and I was like, oh, interesting, okay. Kind of immediate gratification joining this app. So then I bought camera equipment that I could not afford. I had to borrow money from a friend, and then I had to ask another friend to teach me how to edit my own videos. So for the following 6 or 7 months after that, I was doing these one-nighters for 35 people.
Just to get the clips?
Oh yeah, pressing record as they're calling me on stage, running back there.
Were there other comics doing that at the time?
I had only seen Schultz was doing it, Sam Morrill was doing it. So just a couple of guys out of New York.
I will tell you that I always respect comics who hustle, and I feel like, for me, that's the number one thing. Yes, it's of course important to be funny, but people who have a work ethic,
oh yeah,
I always think that that's actually imperative. And when you hit, my first thought was I gave him $100 for his first special. Can I have it back?
No, you gave me $500 for that special.
Has it compounded? I want an ROI.
There's no interest on
I can't
top.
have it back.
No, but I can buy you a Starbucks
You're like,
now.
you Venmo'd it to me. There's no contract. But I remember when people were shitty about you, not that I mean, we're comics, we all know what people think. I think my favorite part is how much it bothers other comics. Because I'm like, the knock against him is that he's successful. He figured out something you didn't figure out, and he's attractive. I just remember how shitty people were to me, and also because I am your friend and I've known you and I've actually seen you work hard. When people are like, yeah, well, Matt Rife, I'm like, I'm sorry, he figured out the internet in a way you couldn't, and he made $800 million last year.
I did not make $800 million, I'll be very clear about that.
And you're just jealous, and that's what it comes down to. I'm like, what's the real knock against him?
The consistent argument for any comic that people don't like is they go, oh, they're not funny, right? Well, what's the science that proves someone's funny? Just because it's an opinion-based fact.
It's completely
right?
subjective. It's not a science.
Would you say each one of your shows has gotten better as you put them out?
I would hope so. I would hope so. I mean, I think being an artist, that is your hope to evolve and always be checking yourself and commenting on yourself and your relation to the rest of society, and hopefully making a ton of money while doing it. And hopefully your fan base grows with you.
Yeah.
If your fans all stay the same age, I mean, I guess that's a superpower, but I think there's something really beautiful in getting older, which you'll see.
Are you guys ready to paint?
I thought this was the whole exexercise.
Nope.
I didn't
we're
realize there
painting.
was paint. Okay.
We're using colors. There's so many colors right here.
What's that white one called? Erewhon? It's called Canceled Erewhon.
So with the amount of shows that you put out and the amount that you constantly tour, how do you come up with your new shows so fast?
I get up almost every night, and it's not for a need to create material. It's because I genuinely love the work. I'll do 2 spots in a night almost 5 or 6 nights a week. I do all my writing on stage. There is no pen and paper, there's no sitting down. And then any comic knows that you get up there and you just talk it out. I mean, that's why there's a live crowd.
Yeah.
So you can see what works, and I just enjoy that. And then whatever is good, I tend to remember. And whatever is bad, I try to do a couple more times just to make sure no one actually likes it.
I also can't write anything down. I'll bullet point something at the most. It has to be organic. Something has to happen in real life. Usually me just joking around with my friends, I'll say something and go, ooh, I already know I can build off of this if I actually put some thought into it.
Yeah.
It has to come natural. So that being said, I'll be incredibly stagnant for, I'll go 2 months without thinking of a new bit, and then I'll write 15 new minutes in one day.
Oh yeah. This idea that you need to always be writing, the longer you do it as an artist, you realize that it ebbs and it flows and you can't force it.
Yeah.
And it's just that if you haven't written a joke in a month, it's not gonna stop. No one who's funny just stops being funny.
Yeah.
I was talking to someone recently and they mentioned a joke that you had, and she was like, yeah, and I liked it, and then it upset me, and I was just like, one, who the f are you to walk through this life thinking that you can't get upset? And I was like, but B, is a very nice person. Like, Matt is not.
You're so sweet.
And you're actually very nice to women, like, for whatever derogatory jokes there may be, like, just from knowing you, like, I know a little bit about, like, what your personal issues are and how you actually treat people. I've never had someone go to a show and be like, Matt Rife was a dick to me. Like, I just don't think you're an angry person.
No, I try not to be.
You're like, not now.
I hear you're a quite often.
All right, you guys. So after the skin is done, let's start putting in the details like the eyebrow color, the pupil color, and the lip color.
Talk to me about cancel culture, Matt.
I don't think it's a real thing. I think we're very lucky as comedians to have our entire fate lie in the hands of the people. So unless you do something extremely bad, something, illegal, I don't really believe cancel culture is a real thing for us. It hasn't affected me in the way that anybody would assume.
In the way that
so.
people would like it to.
Oh, of course. I mean, they try. I mean, I'm not exaggerating. Every single day, somebody's trying like a new thing to get me canceled. But it's like,
you know what? It bothers me because cancel culture, if it comes from a place of actually calling for change, like if you historically like always assaulted women and said horrible things about women, it's like, yeah, maybe this guy doesn't really deserve a platform. But the idea that one joke a comic made is emblematic of their entire oeuvre, like their entire body of work is insane. And the idea that you are beholden to be a version of what they thought you were yesterday today is antithetical to the idea of living and evolving on this planet.
that was a lot of words I didn't understand.
I'm just saying, like, it's always done by the have-nots because the other people are too busy doing.
When you are writing your new shows now, is there anything that you're like cognizant of?
No, I think that we have learned a lot these last few years, honestly, in society about the way other people perceive things, whether it's the words that we use or the way that we phrase things. Like, it was okay to say for so long. And
It's coming back, by the way.
It's coming back, but there's certain things, or the way that marginalized people are like, hey, like that actually is pretty awful. And then you think about it and deep down you're like, this actually doesn't make me feel good. It's not about minding your P's and Q's, it's about what's the punchline I can give that will get the biggest response. I never want people to leave feeling but I also need to always be heard. And I don't want to go for low-hanging fruit. But I also believe in being an equal opportunity offender.
And that's also what drives me insane. Somebody can listen to you make fun of every other demographic throughout your show. The moment it affects them personally, it's the problem.
So that's,
you can't pick and choose.
You can't pick. I said this on stage, I say it on stage, and I think it's that thing of like just sticking to your guns, saying what you need to say, but I think the intention is always the important. Like, what is the actual intention? And I know for a lot of comics it's to get a laugh, and it's like, but I think when you have a big audience, you do have a responsibility. If you've ever positioned yourself as someone that has something to say, you can't go back and be like, I was just making a joke about blind people. Like, I think you have to think about like what you mean to your audience, whether you intended to start as that. You kind of just become what they want you to be.
I can't wait to see what you guys have created.
Big reveal? All right, on three. All right.
1,
2,
3.
Oh, what? No! What?
And you had to draw my name above
What in
it so the police could identify my body?
What?
This is so good.
No, it's not.
You didn't give me a mouth.
You gave me a home plate as a face.
This is structure.
kidding me?
This is and I gave you an earring. Do you not have an earring?
You didn't even finish my nose.
I didn't have
Where did you see the earring?
It looked like a drawing of a Homo sapien in a natural history museum.
Thank you for pointing out all my insecurities.
I gave you cheekbones of a god.
No, you didn't.
I want these cheekbones.
Those look like a warthog. Those look like tusks. Those look like tusks,
This
Eliza.
is a drag queen, Matt Rife.
Oh,
I'm trying to give you structure, sweetheart.
The teeth, actually, the teeth I like. That's a nice touch.